Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with, well, this was one of the most exciting releases in the Romantic Piano Concerto series on Hyperion, at least for me, because it was music that was French. It wasn't nothing but like strange, obscure German and Eastern European people, because there's a lot of really great 19th century French orchestral music that gets like no attention at all. Partly this is because of, the nationalistic provenance of some of these labels and the people who run them. Part of it was because historically the French were not interested in orchestral music. They were interested in theater, opera, and ballet. And so the composers who wrote individual concert pieces were rare and had a hard time with it. I mean, Berlioz did, Saint-Saëns did, so. Anyway, it's Massenet and Hahn piano concertos. They are both fabulous works. I mean, beautiful, wonderful works. And not too old. I mean, the Massenet dates from 1903, the Hahn from 1931, which is, pretty cool. That's like the same time as the Ravel concertos. They got virtually no attention for such a long time. The Massenet was recorded by Vox. It's on here. A performance of no particular distinction. It featured Marilyn Doss piano with the Westphalian Symphony Orchestra under Siegfried Landau. Now, it's not a dreadful performance by any stretch of the imagination, but it is a not particularly distinguished one, a very interesting one, not terribly well recorded. It's The Hahn, that's not even on Vox. The Massenet has had its champions, however, most specifically Aldo Ciccolini, who made a fine recording of it for EMI, which is now Warner. And of course, that's in the Ciccolini box. But this one features Stephen Coombs, the BBC Scottish Symphony Orchestra under Jean-Yves Ossonce. And it's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. Massenet is one of those composers who is always condescended to. He was a first-class composer. He really was. He wrote a bazillion operas, and they're wonderfully fun and enjoyable. But there's a lot of other music besides. There are oratorios, there's concert music of various types. I really think we need a Massenet revival. Joan Sutherland tried to get one going, of course, with Marilyn Horne and Richard Bonning and, that whole crew. And they did yeoman work on behalf of Massenet. But he's one of those composers, because he's French and because he's French romantic and because he wrote Thais, that for some reason people in other countries just look down on him. They look down on him in France too, believe me. No one looked down on him more than Pierre Boulez. But the fact of the matter is, he wrote wonderful, wonderful works. His orchestration is beautiful. He had a genuine melodic gift. Listen to the meditation from Thais, or any of the suites from his various operas, or the orchestral suites, which are delightful works and which deserve to get played regularly. He had a level of craftsmanship that was extremely high, and he really never fell below it. He just didn't. So, what can I say? Listen to this piano concerto. It is extremely beautiful, lots of fun, and smartly written and beautifully scored and just rewarding all around, and Coombs plays it fantastically well. Now, Ronaldo Hahn, the boyfriend, for a while anyway, of Marcel Proust. Hahn was also principally a man of the theater, a songwriter, and a writer of operetta and whatnot. But he also wrote a limited number of very fine instrumental and orchestral pieces. He was a very talented composer, and his piano concerto is very, very interesting. It has, how to describe this? The first movement is called Improvisation, and it's about 11 minutes long. The central movement is a scherzo. It's just called Danse, and it's only 2 minutes and 45 seconds, less than 3 minutes. And then the finale is Reverie, Toccata, and Finale. And it's the longest movement of the concerto. It's 13 minutes. it really gives you a completely different impression from like most romantic concertos. And it's very, very beautifully performed here, just like the Massenet. It's a great record. This is just a wonderful, wonderful record of music that never deserved to be neglected in the first place. So give this a shot. If you haven't heard it, you can get it separately. If you already, if you have the box, take it out. We're at volume 15, and give it a listen. You're really, really going to enjoy it. Two splendid, splendid concertos. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.